Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Intuitive Wisdom Tarot. I'm Jen, and I'm so glad you're here. We are stepping into the energy of the full moon in Libra on April 1st. This is for water signs. And this full moon is all about balance, truth, and realignment in our relationships, especially the one we have with ourselves. Full moons bring illumination, they bring things up to the surface, and in Libra, that light is shining directly on where you've been overgiving, where you've been people-pleasing, and where you've been abandoning your own needs just to keep the peace. This energy is asking you to recalibrate, to come back into alignment, and to choose harmony that includes you. So as we move into this reading, I want you to take a breath and ask yourself, where am I ready to restore balance in my life? I have also linked a manifestation workbook in the description box below for you to download and to use to manifest your best life using this current energy. Be sure to tap like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I love connecting with you. Let's get started. We're going to go ahead and start with a Moonology Oracle card to get a general message around this full moon in Libra for water signs. Full moon in Libra for water signs. Let's see what message is coming through for water signs. Thank you, Spirit. All right, and we are getting for you, hold your vision, fixed moon. All right, so you've been envisioning, you have been thinking on doing something, maybe taking the first step into something. So hold that vision. You might have, I'm getting some, maybe like, oh, I don't know if I can get that. I don't know. I'm just going to scrap it. Don't. You're supposed to hold the vision. So let's hear what message is coming through. Look at that. I just went right to the same page, or to the page. I love it when that happens. Hold your vision. Let's see what message is coming through. There are two main possibilities with this card. The first is that you need to stand firm in whatever situation you're in. The second, very different. Interpretation is that something is stuck. That could well be referring to the situation you're asking about. If that's the case, have a think about what you can do to grease the wheels so the events move forward. Are you being stubborn? If so, that's great, because if you really want things to change, there's a solution. Stop digging your heels in. Be the one to break the deadlock. With two interpretations for this card, it's up to you to decide what's going on and which meaning applies to you. This offers up a chance for some self-reflection. Attune to the moon. Yes, just say the word a lot and see how it feels. Additional meanings for this card, place them where they resonate. Staying power. Faith or patience are needed. Someone needs to back down. Avoid stagnation. A personal or professional relationship will be enduring. Ooh, this is a great card to have right now with this energy. In fact, this energy, again, is in Libra, the full moon. So it's bringing up some energy all around relationships. But whatever this may be, you are to hold your vision. So whatever you are wanting from this, I'm getting some manifestation. Hold tight to see, again, because there's some things of it being very enduring as we are moving through this cycle. All right, water signs, let's jump into tarot. Let's see what cards are coming through for you for this full moon in Libra. What do we got for water signs? Ooh, got one that just popped out. I'm going to set that right there. Let's see how that fits in. We've had a lot of jumpers this week. Lots of other messages wanted to come through. All right. So our first card is the Nine of Wands. This is the energy you are embodying or needing to embody as we move in through this full moon cycle. We have the Nine of Swords. This is the energy that is being illuminated. We have the Two of Cups. This is the energy to lean into. And then we have the Ace of Swords, which is the energy of, or advice from Spirit. All right. So, yeah, we got some things that you've been really contemplating, really thinking about. However, you have worked hard and you have persevered. And there is a big feeling that, like, you want to give up, but don't do that. Okay. Now, the bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles. So this is the energy underneath it all. And this is an energy of, it's like a lack mentality or a loss or victim, right? And this is in Pentacles, which means you could have experienced a loss. You could have experienced like a financial loss, maybe in job, maybe in money, maybe you lost your home, right? But there is this real low vibe energy saying, I'm over feeling like a victim. I'm over feeling like I'm taking 2 steps forward and 20 steps back. Like I cannot get ahead of where I need to be. I'm getting like I'm wanting to try to save money, but I just can't. Something else will come along. I save a little money and then I got to get new tires. I save a little money and then something breaks at the house. So I keep getting this, but there is this energy of there's change, right? Fives are all about change. There is some and going to be some decisions. There's a lot of breakthrough energy coming through, where you are going to either put yourself in, you're going to make the choice, right? We have this Two of Swords. We have a choice that you're going to be making. If you hold that vision, so what is it that you are wanting to complete? So if it is, I want to continue to save money, continue to do that. Right? There are some healing and maybe some things that you are going to have to look at, excuse me, with a relationship, but that's what's going to be happening. So it could very well be your relationship to money. Maybe there are some wounds, some conditionings that you are needing to remedy and break through, right? But the key is here, right? You have the information that you need. Your job is to work through that. And I say that when I say work through, Spirit is really saying you've got to face some of these you have to break through some of these low vibes, right? It's controlling what's happening up in your mind, right? It's drawing your energy. And it's very important that you are the only one that can take yourself out of this. Right? It's because you can't control anybody else. You can't control anything else. The only one you can control is yourself. And so I'm getting some mindsets. I'm getting some conditionings. I'm getting some mentalities that need to be healed. Now, the Nine of Wands is the energy you are embodying or needing to embody at this time. This is a card of keep going the course. Nines are all about fruition. It's all about almost there. You are almost there. And in fact, this has been a very long journey. There have been some ups. There have been many, many downs, which have depleted your energy to the point where you've had to draw up some boundaries because you have to heal. You have to take rest, right? This very well could be in your career. Wands are very work related to your work or your passions, the things that you're devoting your time to. But there's a big energy that you are needing to continue to persevere. There is some resiliency that you are needing or have needed to learn. And so Spirit is really saying, there were lots of things that were put in your path because you weren't giving yourself the opportunity to process through emotions, thoughts, old conditionings, old cycles, old things that were holding you back. But I did that because I built resiliency. Because this next thing, what you're holding your vision on and what you are going to be moving forward with water signs is you had to endure those tests and you had to endure those things because there are going to be different things that you are going to use those tools, that lesson, all those lessons that you have learned. So this, at the time, like again, I'm getting you in your mind saying, well, that's lovely and great, but it still sucked having to go through all of that. Absolutely, right? So look at the things that you fought against, the things that you were resistant to change, the things that you were attributing to being others. Like, again, this is a victim mentality. So where was it that I was saying it was their fault and I wasn't taking responsibility? Those are the things that you are looking through, right? Because there's lessons that go along with it. Look at the things that you persevered. Look at how you came across and you were able to develop all the stuff that you needed to develop. So for example, let's say you've lost a job and maybe you lost a lot of jobs. Each one of those jobs, you learn something new. And let's say you are now in a career, you're like, wow, this is really what I wanted. But I had to go through all of these things because it built confidence. It gave me another skill that I could put in my career toolbox and say, hey, I have this too. So be reflective on your journey. Be reflective on the things, the positive and the negative. When you look at that positive, use that to, again, really go, I'm a BA right now, right? I have gone through a lot and I have learned a lot. And then go through those things that were negative and say, what is it that I needed to take from that? Because this next piece, you are going to be making some decisions, right? You're going to have to be trusting yourself. There was a lot of trust, a lot of self-trust, a lot of I need to listen and rely on myself that came through this. So that's one of the reasons why that Two of Swords really wanted to pop out, because it is telling you that you have everything you need as you are moving forward. Trust yourself. Trust that you are able and capable. Trust that the knowledge and the resources and all of the things that you need as you are holding this vision, as you are moving into whatever you're building, is going to come to you. Because the universe not only wants you to trust yourself, right? The universe wants you to trust the universe. Co-create. That's what you do. If there is a point where you are feeling down in the dumps and you're like, I am so done with this, meditate, pray, talk. If you're in the shower, have a conversation with God, source, spirit, the universe, whoever that is, or whatever that is. Have a conversation, right? Think about what steps are you taking? And then what steps with my energy am I emitting out there so that I can co-create with the universe? I can receive these things. And so a lot of this past cycle has been universe's way of saying, I am giving you these experiences because you are supposed to be in this you're supposed to be really rocking it, right? But you were doubting yourself. You were fighting against certain things. You needed to feel what it felt like too. All of those things were there building this resiliency, building you into a space that is where I can now take that step and I can take it well. The energy that is being illuminated is the Nine of Swords. Now this is rumination. You are needing to get out of your head. Right now, the fact that we are in this full moon in Libra, you are really looking at what is being brought to the surface. Now this can very well, oops, this could very well be with all of these relationships. Libra is all about relationships. Where are you needing to realign? Where you need to bring in balance? Was there truth that needed to be brought in? Are you speaking your truth? Are you recalibrating? Are you continuing to just let this stuff ruminate in your head? So all of this stuff is being brought up. So right now, just be prepared that during this full moon, there's going to be a lot of emotions and a lot of thoughts coming up. Some of them might be very, very dark. Some of them might be some of those lower vibrational energies like guilt and shame. Because a lot of it has been you just having these conversations about what has happened, or even this could very well be into the future, right? It's anxieties, meaning it's stuff that hasn't happened yet, but I'm in my head. And what happens is when these things ruminate, they start to direct the show. They cause your energy to deplete. They cause you to shift into this energy of, I can't do it. I'm not trusting myself, right? I'm fighting against, I'm applying pressure when I should be flowing, right? So this stuff is coming up so that you can finally deal with it. You can finally let it go. If it is a constant stream, again, because this is rumination, right? This is, it's always in my head, always in my head. Start to write, okay? These things are being brought up so that you can let them go. Spirit is saying a way that you can do that is write. Scribble it out. Write it out. I mean, use the force and the power and whatever you need to say. Write exactly how you would say it. Write the conversation down. What did they say? What did you say? What did you want to say? Write it down. And then once that's done, it's not for anybody else but you. So you take that piece of paper and you rip it up into teeny tiny pieces and you release it. Much like this flock, right? You release each one. I release this. I release this. I am letting it go. I am letting it go. So that process is you getting this out of your head. Now, I am also getting that this is happening because you have some sleep disturbances. The things that continue to ruminate in your mind at night are keeping you up. And it's important that you are not only dealing with these thoughts and the emotions that are attached to that, but you are giving yourself the opportunity to build in routines for better sleep because you're tired. You're tired. You have fought a good fight. You have done a lot of things. There has been constant different tests the universe has been giving me. Why do I have to have so many tests, universe, right? That's what's going on in your mind. So give yourself the beauty of releasing it. Write it out, scribble it out, draw it out, and then rip that up and throw it away. And this isn't, I just do it one time. This is where you're building in those habits. And again, a suggestion is, let's say your bedtime's at 9 o'clock. And if it's not, maybe you make it 9 o'clock because that could be, I'm staying up till midnight and then I have to wake up at 6. Like you're not getting enough sleep. Maybe your bedtime is 9 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, that's when you start your routine. You have an hour before you lay down and you close your eyes and go to sleep. Maybe that's writing. Maybe that's I'm taking a shower and I'm releasing. I'm using that water to help cleanse the energies off of me for the day. I'm writing out all of the things that are continuing to go on in my mind. I'm detaching from technology. Maybe I'm not watching my TV or my cell phone or any of those things. Maybe I'm reading a book. So you're starting new habits. One, because you have ruminating thoughts. They're being brought up to the surface. Two, it is disrupting your sleep. And sleep is what's going to help with all of this, right? That is because there is something coming through. You are needing to manifest something. You are needing to bring something into fruition, into this earthly realm, right? And you can't do that if you're exhausted and you have all this crap in your mind clouding it, because nothing else can come in, right? So it's important that you allow this, when it's illuminated, allow it to go. Do not push it back down or swallow it, because that's what's been happening, and it's been clouding up a lot of stuff. Now, the energy you're needing to lean into is the Two of Cups. This is connection. This is emotions. This is love. This is filling each other's cups. Now, you could very well have just met somebody that is going to be a very good match. You could very well be in a relationship where you have some healing that has needed to be done, but you are starting a brand new cycle. Like, you are making new decisions on how you connect. Maybe you're bringing in some more romance. But what you are doing is you are joining, right, to flow, to fill each other's cups, to work together. Now, if this is a work, maybe you're coming in with a partnership. Maybe somebody's coming in and you two are building a brand new business. And this is somebody that complements, right? And then you also complement on one side. Maybe they're the finance and you're the brains. Maybe maybe it's vice versa. Just whatever, place it where it resonates. But if this is a business, you are needing to lean into partnerships. You're needing to lean into connection and to strengthen. Now, again, this full moon in Libra is really bringing in balance, truth, and realignment in your relationships, especially the one you have with yourself. How are you showing up? How are you showing up for yourself? How are you showing up for others? How are you showing others that you care? Are you, right? If you're not, that does not, there's going to be some letdowns, right? And it probably isn't going to be something that you want to continue. So no, it's important that you put in the time and effort to connect. Maybe there are some needs that you need met, but you're not getting them. Maybe you have a conversation. Maybe you and your significant other, or your partnership, whatever that is, goes and has a retreat together where you are talking about this. You are building in things where you can connect, right? Connect together, do things together. It's a very soft energy. This is very harsh. I'm feeling some very just low vibe, but this is going to help really bring in that fresh air. And maybe that's what you do. You go on a hike together. You talk. You enjoy doing things that you've enjoyed doing, and maybe you haven't been able to do. Maybe, again, there's that financial loss where you haven't been able to go out and have some date nights, because now you have a surplus of stuff coming in. And you can do things very inexpensively, right? So there's a lot of things that you can do, but you're really, really, really needing to lean into creating balance and like really knowing, I'm choosing to reciprocate, right? I'm choosing to help fill, and they're choosing to help fill. And together, we're just really nourishing this connection, nourishing our connection. So that is something that you are really needing to lean into during this cycle, water signs. Now, advice from Spirit is the Ace of Swords. You have a brand new opportunity. Spirit is saying, hold your vision, because you have one healing that's going to be happening. There's a lot of things that are going to be released when new things come in, and that's the right there. Do the work, cleanse the thoughts, write it out and release it. Shift your energy. do things that are helping to restore, because I'm coming in. I'm going to give you a brand new, you're going to have a breakthrough. Man, this is going to be something that's going to give exactly what you need, right? Where you're trusting yourself. You're saying, aha, that is why, right? There's this huge breakthrough, this huge realization that's coming in through, but it is saying, now it's time. This could be you building your own business. This could be maybe that spark, and now you're writing. It could be what you need to do in your relationship to help with that. This is a brand new opportunity, and it's going to give you that next step. And it's stimulating. It's all in the mind, right? Right now, there's too much up there. And Spirit is saying there's going to be an opportunity that's coming through. If you're still low vibes and you're hanging out with all of these icky thoughts that should have been released, then this can't come through. This is just going to be bogged in with one other thought, and it's going to get lost in the shuffle of it. So heal, connect, do things that are helping you to break out of these mentalities, these conditionings that are holding you back, right? You have a vision, you have something that you want to accomplish, but there's been some blocks and there's been lots of things that are getting in the way. Spirit is saying, do the healing, do the writing, do the breathing, do the yoga, do the things that are going to help you let go and shift, because this new opportunity is going to be coming in and you are meant to manifest it here in this earthly realm. So ideas are coming. This is also a victory. This is a victory card. It's breakthrough. It's a victory. It's raw power. It is like, I am highly stimulated. I am now ready to make a plan. I am writing. I am gathering data, information. My mind is like inspired instead of sitting in this, right? So do the work, because the opportunity is definitely coming through. All right, water signs, we are going to grab an inspiration card to close our read today. Let's see what is coming through, what inspiration you can lean into during this full moon in Libra cycle. All right, water signs, what inspiration is coming through? Thank you. Have faith. Have faith that whatever you need to experience is on the way, and that God won't send you anything you're incapable of handling. You can decide that the word fear is an acronym for false evidence appearing real. All right, water signs, have faith. Have faith that the stuff that's coming through is for you to heal. Have faith in knowing that you are able to heal. Have faith in trusting the knowledge, the little things coming through, because this stuff is that fear. The stuff is causing it to stop what needs to be progressing, right? Hold that vision, have that faith. All right, water signs, that's what I have for you. Please let me know in the comments if there's any feel-good vibes I can send your way, and I will send them on. Until we meet again, with much love and appreciation, be well. See you next time. Bye-bye.